Does anyone want to sit in my bedroom and listen to me as I stipple? I don't know. This is either going to be the worst sound quality video ever, or just really nice ASMR. And I don't know. You can choose if you watch it or not, or have it on in the background. But it might just be someone's perfect ASMR, in which case I'm putting it out there, because you know what? If you just put stuff out there, the universe will do what it wants with it. And maybe it will help someone. Just put good energies out. I am currently obsessed with Hazbin Hotel. I think a lot of people are. I don't know if I showed already, but I'm really proud of we're doing stippleism or pointillism or stippling. If you could see, my roommate also might come in. She might chill with me. I think that might be her or a different roommate. I don't know. Someone will probably come in and ask who I'm talking to. Might be a kid. Anyways, I think a lot of people are obsessed with Hazbin Hotel right now. It is... Oh, and there's my phone. It is pretty fucking... I mean, what's not to love about it? I mean, other than the fact a lot of, like, middle schoolers are watching it. And don't get me wrong, like, my middle schoolers also are interested in watching it. We're trying to figure out how we can watch it with them in a way that, because we don't want to censor anything, but that being said, it's like, there's a lot of jokes in there that are, and a lot of themes in there that are very mature, and they're like, yeah, middle schoolers are saying a lot of things. I remember some of the jokes that I made when I was middle school, and I remember some of the movies I watched in middle school, and like, I shouldn't have. And so we are going to watch it with them, but we also need to talk about things. And yeah, there's a lot of middle schoolers that are currently watching it without talking about those things, and yeah, but I fucking love it. I love it so much. I'm doing this as a commission for someone that in my Love Your Local Artist event. And I was selling stickers. And they asked if I had any, because I had a lot of fandom stickers. That was fun. That was at my work, my local library. And this girl next to me, her name's Jessica Cruz. She's also an artist, and we've been together every con, every like little local con we've been at. We've been together, and I really like her, and she asked if I had any Hazbin stickers. And I didn't at the time, but I was working on, as I was sitting there, a picture of Husk and Angel back to back singing in Loser Baby, which I love as a fucking motivational. If you haven't heard it, if you haven't seen Hazbin Hotel, I'm going to info dump real quick about that because why not? It is a show, and it is very, very funny. It is an adult cartoon about the Princess of Hell, and like literally Disney princess status. Like one of the characters is voiced by Stephanie Beatrix, who I love as Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but she also voices Mirabelle in Encanto, which, as someone who worked at a daycare and had kids and is just a Disney fan in general, like, Encanto was a big deal. And yeah, she voiced Mirabelle, and she voices one of the characters. And the main character is voiced by a Broadway star. She, the voice actress that does Charlie, who's the Princess of Hell, she also does Fantine in one of the anniversaries of Les Miserables. And so, like, it's a really high-end, voice acted cast. The Husk, one of the characters is the Shadow Man. The character Husk is voiced by the Shadow Man from Princess and the Frog. And yeah, it's a fantastic, like, cast show. And then the songs themselves just blow everything out of the water. They're all so catchy. They're very show tunes. If you like show tunes, this is a show for you, because every single one is an earworm. Like, they're very Broadway in the way that them songs are gonna get into your head and they not gonna leave. And yeah, so it's a Princess of Hell is in this world, in this universe, every year sinners get purged from hell. To drop the population down, a bunch of angels will come and kill a bunch of demons so that the population of hell plummets, so that there's never enough demons to rise up against heaven in a potential uprising. And that's a very Hunger Games situation to me. Like, if you're gonna put those rules in it, of course they're gonna, like, if you give them a reason to rebel, of course they're gonna eventually rise up. And which I will use as a fucking segue to, I'm saying on every platform I'm in, even if no one watches this, what's happening in Palestine is a genocide, and the US needs to, I mean, I am absolutely disgusted, and there are things to do, but I'm, like I said, this is I'm not in the state to link to anything, but yeah. Like, anyways, um, is in this show, the heaven every year comes and exorcises a bunch of the demons, and uh if the main character is just so pure-hearted and everything, she's just like, well, if we can just redeem all the demons, then they get to go to heaven, and then they won't get slaughtered. And yeah, so it's her attempt to make this hotel where all of these demons can come and redeem themselves. And the characters include the Princess of Hell, who is just, like I said, the bubbliest. Her name is Charlie, and she is just the most cinnamon roll puppy dog character of anything ever. Just so full of hope, so sweet. And then there's her girlfriend, her super supportive girlfriend Vaggie, who is Stephanie Beatrice, and she's just like so there, like, yeah, you want to redeem these sinners, like, we're gonna do it, babe, like, I'm gonna support your dream, but also no one fuck with my babe, we're supporting her dream. And very, very literally like two personalities of like Mirabelle from Encanto being super precious and innocent, and fucking Rosa street side like, I'm ready to fuck you up. Uh she is she is delightful. And then there is Angel Dust, who is an adult film star and just such a flirt. And I was very much raised in a bar like setting where it was I was excited to be able to start tending bars, specifically because like I was, no, I know people will pay me more if I wear like 6 bras. So like, I'm gonna wear like 6 bras and bartend. And like, yeah, you want to look at this body, you should. It's a good body. So I was very, very flirty. I'm very flirty as well. And so I very much love Angel, but just so, oh, Angel is so perverted. Oh, I love him. And such a show off, and just so like flamboyant. And my friend, I have a friend that's a burlesque dancer. I love her. I've known her since high school now, which it's starting to, when I was a kid, I used to have like my old friends and my new friends, and now like some of my new friends are like, no, I've known you since high school, and that's starting to be a long time ago. But yeah, she's a burlesque dancer, and she's just great. But someone told me her favorite character was Angel Dust, and watching it as soon as Angel came on, I was like, yeah, I can see why that's Becky's favorite character. And she, by the way, already has like a few performances to Poison. But yeah, he's also an addict. He's which that's a big one for why we are nervous to watch this with our middle schoolers. Is because, yeah, it really glorifies, like, I'm not gonna say glorifies, but the drugs, like angel dust also, like, is angel dust, and very, like, died of an overdose, and like that is like so much drug imagery with angel dust. It's like, ooh, we don't wanna. It's so difficult with middle schoolers because you don't want to censor, but also it's like you don't want to expose them to things that, like, I don't know. Being a parent is weird. All you think about is like the times you like what did I do or say that could have fucked up? Like how was I fucked up as growing up? Like, what about my childhood permanently probably scarred my psyche? Man, it's wild being a human on this planet that is burning. That we, in order to escape our escapism, is quirky little shows about hell. That is, I got the shadows in on his legs. Got the, now I'm gonna darken that in with the red. This is my first time, like, doing multiple layers. No, it's actually my second time. My first time was a Cora picture. Oh, wait, shit, I wasn't done with that one. Because, you know, I had to do my girl Cora. One movie that, talking about, like, fucking, I remember one of my favorite movies when I was a kid, and was like that now as an adult I look back and I am absolutely mortified, like, just mortified that I thought this was romantic, and that was Great Balls of Fire. It was a Jerry Lee Lewis love story about the it was a documentary, not a documentary, it's a biopic. Yeah, there were a lot of musician biopics that I've watched that was another thing. I watched a lot of biopics that maybe I shouldn't have. But specifically the first one was Jerry Lee Lewis, Great Balls of Fire, which has Winona Ryder in it. She plays Myra, who, if you don't know anything about Jerry Lee Lewis, Myra was his second wife, and he married her when he was 22 years old. It was his second marriage. His first marriage ended in divorce, and Myra was his cousin, his second cousin, but it was in Alabama, so no, maybe not Alabama. It was, I don't know where, somewhere, Mississippi maybe? I don't know, somewhere down further south. But I'm in Minnesota, so like everything is south from here. It in the 50s, I think Jerry Lee Lewis was a competitor to Elvis, so would have taken place in the 50s. And yeah, he married his cousin, who was married at the age of 13. And I remember watching it significantly younger than 13 and looking at Myra, who was played by Winona Ryder, and she had a bubble gum on her. She did the thing where she had bubble gum on her finger and she wrapped her finger on the bubble gum like as she was looking teasingly, and it was meant to look so cute, which COVID cringe, that was like disgusting, but as a fucking gross ass child I was doing that because like she was like, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be her. And like her whole thing is she is very cute and very childish. And yeah, they got married. And in real life as well, which if that's everyone's like, oh, cancel culture. It's like, no, like that Jerry Lee Lewis got canceled for that. That is why he is not up there with Elvis anymore.
What are you talking to?
I'm just blabbling.
Are you doing a YouTube thingy?
Yeah.
Hi, YouTube thingy.
Sandra says hi.
I'm not Sandra. I'm a random discombobulated hallucination.
My hallucinations say hi. Oh, do you want to see my Alistair? That's his one arm. He's looking so good. He's so handsome. But yeah. And I don't know where that rant was going other than being horrified. And just like, how did that fucking idolization affect my fucking psyche? That is so... I thought it was so fucking romantic. I mean, she looked so grown up to me, because, like, when you're 9, 13 looks like such a big girl. And he picked her up from middle school, like, in his fancy car, and all the middle schoolers were, like, squealing and excited because they were middle schoolers and they were literally children. I mean, I know it was the 80s when this movie got made, but it's like, wow. I almost want to watch it again as an adult, just not, buy it anywhere, but like if I could find I kind of want to, next time we go up to my cabin, because that's where we watched it, because we had it on VHS, and we didn't have many VHSs up at the cabin. Like, so we repeatedly watched what was there, and it was that. We also had She-Devil with Roseanne Barr. That one was fun, and Wayne's World. Because, I don't know, those are very cabin movies. You go to anyone's cabin and it's whatever decade they were born in, it's probably the decade before, is just what the cabin is stuck as. For any of you people who don't have, like, who are not rural, yeah, so next time we're up, I might try to watch it just like as an adult, because, but I'm also like so sickened by it. Like, again, it's like, I want to say things are like better now, but they're not. This is really heavy for. I didn't mean to get this heavy. The world is just a scary place, though. And I have a lot of anxiety. And hopefully this is equalized some way that it still like sounds and is calming. I don't know. Again, I don't know if anyone's there. This is also probably going to be long as fuck. Maybe multiple nights. Maybe what I'll do is start recording, like set something up so that I can just have the camera watch this, what my art is doing, and then have my voice overlaid over it. Oh, that'd be cool. Maybe I'll have to think of that. If I had like a camera that I could attach to my glasses. I know those exist, but like I can't afford those. Like, I can't afford fancy. I can barely afford these glasses. And they're made out of these are just plastic and glass. And they're over $100. So I just wear the same. Because I got the last cheap pair I got at the bottom of Lake Superior. Because I got new glasses for the first time in like years, because I had a giant crack down one of my old pairs. And I don't change, like, I will wear out glasses. Like, I emotionally bond to things. So it takes me a lot to throw them away. And I finally had to throw away my last pair because they had a crack all the way down the middle. And I wore them with the crack for like a solid 3 years, don't get me wrong. But then I started working at a library. I was like, oh, I really need to be able to see the numbers while I'm paging. And so those ones went away. And then I got a new pair. Actually, I got a new pair for my friend Katie's wedding. And they, after I just, the first time I was like, no, I need to get rid of these cracked glasses. I got a new pair for my friend Katie's wedding so I would look nice. And I did. I looked very nice at the wedding. They were red, so they set off my dress. And my hair was red at the time too, and yeah, they were really cute glasses, and I really liked them. And we went swimming, and I'm completely blind without my glasses. Like, I'm hopeless. I cannot see. I cannot swim. And one of my kids went out too far where they couldn't touch and started panicking and, like, I'm not gonna say drowning, but to the point where I was worried that they could drown. So I, of course, had to go out and save their asses, because I didn't want Lake Superior to eat my kid. She would have. So I went and I saved them, and then they were thrashing around and knocked off my glasses. And so Lake Superior got that pair of glasses, and then I went back to the broken glasses for a while. And then I started paging. And then when I was at the eye doctor, these ones had my name on them. Literally, these frames are called the Modern Sadie. And I was like, well, that's just, come on. They've literally got my name on it. I got a hairstyle once too, because it was all the hairstyles in this big book at the Ren Fest had different names, and one was called the Sadie. And I was like, well, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Wasn't even my favorite in the book, but like there were a bunch of cute ones, so like I guess that decided for me. Sadie was never a hugely popular one on any of the keychain things, so it's kind of a mix between, it's not a super rare name, but it's also not a super popular one. And it was definitely like an old lady name, like an old Jewish lady name when I was growing up. I'm starting to meet more like Mercedes now but it's like still kind of a novelty finding someone else with my name. And like, yeah. Though I did, my friend Katie, she had 2 Sadies in her wedding party. So there was another Sadie in the wedding party, and we both had red hair. And so the photographer was like, hey, the redhead, hey, red, and we'd both say what, and then like, Sadie, and we'd both say what. Like we were twinning all day. I miss having red hair. Matched my baby, my little ginge baby. They've got their mom's red hair. Sandra's got beautiful red hair. I'm so jealous. That's why we drank. I got the moniker Shady Sadie. And now, like, they fucking know. Like, people know who I am on there. And that's fun. Like, Em and Christine they know my moniker and my middle name. Like, they see my middle name on somewhere and they remember that that's who I am. I get super excited. I'm gonna go see them in it's coming up in April. Gonna go see them in Minneapolis. I'm so excited. Staying with my friend Jonathan. We're gonna have a blast. And I got VIP tickets. So I get to meet them in the meet and greet. And they're not VIP tickets. They're just meet and greet tickets, but I show them my ghost. I got a ghost picture. It's my cousin Josiah. He went to where was it? Scotland. And he okay, this is a great fucking story. My cousin Josiah. I'm going to give a disclaimer. I am like 99% sure that the story is 99% bullshit, but I love it. And I did call him out recently on like the parts that are like, okay, that is bullshit. And he's like, no, it's all true. But my cousin Joe, when he was 18, he decided he went to Scotland. That was his graduation present from his dad, was a trip to Scotland, or his mom or someone. And he decided one of the places he went was the underground vaults. And the underground vaults in Scotland is built layer on top of each other. Edinburgh is built layer on top of each other. And a lot of European cities are like, if you go to Venice, like under the waterline, there's just houses that are just, it's so weird. Living in America, specifically in the bog, growing up in the bog, which like the bog will eat you. Like the things don't last. The bog just eats human structures. So like my brain can't handle but yeah, Scotland is built on top of another old Scotland. Edinburgh was built on top of old Edinburgh, and they used to keep all the poor people in the bottom because the world's always been great. Like, anyways, that's your fucking bad explanation of the underground vaults. You're welcome. So my cousin Joe, he's 18, and he is in Scotland, and he's on the underground vaults, and he goes to see the Black Mausoleum, which is, he told me when I was 7, that the Black Mausoleum was where they buried Mackenzie Poltergeist. What he was explaining was the Black Mausoleum has been where the Mackenzie Poltergeist has been seen. Mackenzie being the clan name of a family buried there, and poltergeist being the word poltergeist. As a 7-year-old, what I heard was there was a grave there of this guy named Mackenzie Poltergeist. Because That's how I understood the world. And the story that he told me that I remember is a pillar fell and knocked out this tomb and awoke the spirit of Mackenzie Poltergeist. What happened was a homeless person, an unhoused person, broke into what they think. This is like what I Googled. This is what Google told me. An unhoused person broke into this tomb for warmth, probably. And the foundation gave way and collapsed in, and this poor motherfucker landed on a bunch of plague bodies because guess what they did with the plague, all the body piles and piles of bodies when the bubonic plague swept across Edinburgh. Put them in the vaults, because of course they did. Like, so this man falls down into this pile of bodies and is quite unfortunately probably scarred for the rest of eternity, because like they were stuck in a room with no air, so those were bodies, and like they weren't bones and dust. They would have been in a very strange like state of decay that my little monkey brain can't even wrap its head around. They were probably real fucking rank and gross. But I digress. He didn't tell me that at 7. He did not explain the piles of bodies when I was a 7-year-old, which is probably for the best, because as you can tell, I've already turned out so great. And anyway, so that was in 1998 was when this tomb was broken, when this incident happened with this unhoused person breaking through the floor of the Mackenzie tomb into the vaults down below. And after that, this spirit got fucking pissed. And since 1998, there have been so many accounts of the Mackenzie Poltergeist just fucking tore us up. There's a ghost adventure about it too, like, and of course Zach tries to fight it. Of course, like, fucking Bagel Bites tries to fight this Mackenzie Poltergeist. I can't remember how it goes, but yeah, he's not a fucking good fucking guy. I'm telling you that. Like, I wouldn't want to fight this motherfucker. And yeah, he started stirring the year right before the first couple of photos taken of him were starting to pop up online in the late 98. I think that's the right year. And August of 98 was when Joe was in Edinburgh. And he, of course, wanted to tour the vaults. And this must have been, it was April, I think, when the tomb got destroyed. And this is August. And so my cousin Joe, 18 years old, books a tour, goes with this tour group, and explores the tombs. And the, not the tombs, the, vaults, and presumably really likes them. You know, he's into that kind of creepy stuff. But as they're in the last vault, he gets an idea in his head. Because here's the thing about Joe, is he's kind of a shithead. Like, I love him. He's family, but he's a shithead. So he runs ahead into the next room, and he hides in the corner, and he pulls his hoodie over his thing, and before any of the other tour group gets there, while they're still filing in, like, and then he waits for a while, like, as the tours, the person is talking, and he waits in a pause in the conversation, and then he jumps out of the corner and goes, "Wah!" Probably real suddenly, like, just to scare out everyone, and everyone freaks out, and they go running, and he's laughing his ass off. And as he takes a few minutes to laugh, he realizes that the last member of his tour is just about out of sight up the stairs. And he realizes, like, shit, I probably don't want to be alone in this tunnel. So he starts running. And he kind of has the idea, as he's running, he's like, oh shit, I haven't gotten a picture. And so he takes his camera out. He puts it on his shoulder like this. And he takes a picture behind his back when he's running. And this is the story he swears by the way, is that he was running and he snapped this picture behind his back. It was 1998. I don't know if any of you guys have seen cameras from pictures of cameras. It was a nicer camera, but it was 1998. And he was taking a picture behind his back while he was running. And then he got up and he finished his tour. Because, and then he went, other places. He, went this, there, and everywhere. And he came home and he told us all about it. And I don't think he brought me anything, which, cause dick move. But, whatever. And, time goes by and he gets his pictures developed. Now, if any of you guys aren't from this millennium, what we used to have to do to get pictures developed was we'd send in the roll of film, and they would take the roll of film, and they would develop the roll of film, and then you'd get the roll of film back. Or you'd get the pictures back. And it took a couple weeks, especially in a small town with a small town, like, you get your pictures developed at the grocery store because it's the only thing. And he gets his pictures back and shows us all, and shows us this one. And it's, this is the one he claims to have taken behind his back. And that is a perfectly centered shot down that hallway. Like, he did not take that behind his back while running. Like, I'm sorry, Joe, but you fucking didn't. You didn't do it. I don't believe you. But he gets his picture back and he's just like, what the fuck is that white thing in the middle? What the fuck is that? And he gets closer and he looks. He's like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck could that possibly be? And this camera is really shitty. And this is a picture of a picture. But even, like, I'm looking at this through my screen and, like, it is even clearer when you hold it up to you. There's a fucking face in that. Like, it's a fucking face. It is a perfect face. And when you look in the details, like, you can see a hat. You can see a staff. Like, that is a half-body apparition. And, yeah, this was... He's got copies of this, and, like, but... It's... And, like... Keep in mind, he told me this story when I was small, so I was gonna believe it. Like, I truly believed he took this picture behind his back. Like, I was 7. 98. I was 5. But I'm an adult, and, like, and we did not have Photoshop. Like, you could see, this is an original picture. This is not, like, we did not have Photoshop. And, yeah, like, I cannot explain it, like, but, I mean, and I am so excited to show this to Emma and Christine and Eva. Like, the lighting in my room is so bad. But I'm so excited. Like, I am so excited. This is my favorite thing. I think I guess I should lie when I said Joe didn't bring me anything, because this is my favorite. And I cannot wait. I'm bringing this with, because I love it. Like, I want to know. I'm going to see if he still has the original film, see if he fucking has sent it in anywhere, because I don't think he has. I don't. Like, and yeah, you can even see when it was developed. When the film was. I don't know if this is when the film was bought, probably, or the date on the camera. Because, yeah, you can see the date. Maybe you can't. The date on there is actually 96. But, I think that's just the date on the camera, because it would have been, they didn't, like, keep records. It would have been, you had to manually set the date, and he probably just didn't. Like, it's probably still, like, automatically set to when they bought it. Yeah. I'm so fucking excited, guys. I'm so fucking excited. Put this somewhere safe. No, that's a lie, because I don't keep things safe. I keep all my most important things haphazardly around my room. because that's the kind of life I live. I keep all of my art just thrown in a fucking... I have delicate fucking art pieces that take me forever to do, and I just throw them haphazardly in a fucking junk pile. Look at that shit. That's not how you store your art. That's not how you do that. Some of them are in books too. I'm a fucking garbage human. But look at the pants. Should probably turn this off. I don't even know what time it is. Oh yeah, it's like 12. Alright. Well, thanks for chilling with me, guys. I don't know if you're there. But, yeah. Bye. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourselves.